The Renaissance had such a significant impact on the future of art, and indeed recent history, that I am going to take a little time to explain the relationship this rebirth had with previous empires of the Greeks and the Romans, and its ancient and lasting philosophy that came to underpin most of the Western world's thinking right up to present day. The idea that a visual mark was ever going to be truly representative of an original image is probably something that has been questioned since man first made that mark. The cavemen at Lascaux, for example, their images have been pored over by historians and archaeologists of recent years. On our terms, they were certainly not a true representation of an animal, but a certainly recognisable interpretation. In present-day terms, this would be seen as a symbol or a sign. Think of a sign of a tree, an outline. We recognise as a tree, but it would not be a true representation of a specific tree. And for that matter, how do we know that the cavemen wanted these basic outlines to be less real for a reason? Or even that this was indeed as good as it got in terms of cave painting? That is where historians and archaeologists have been able to piece together an overall picture of life at any given time. In other words, putting image making into a wider and also specific cultural context. The Egyptians and their image making, for example, a language in itself of hieroglyphs, figurative representations, as was intended by their culture to convey a message, whether or not the reliefs carved were without perspective or had a linear motif rather than depth. Without the context of Egyptian life and thinking, historically, we could only project our own comparisons onto this. And this is where historians and art historians have played a crucial role in our understanding of why images were depicted the way they were, decoding the meaning within a specific culture, not just our present-day interpretations of them.